Our first speaker is Susan Bone O'Brien. She's an ARNP, an MN, Master of Nursing. She's a family nurse practitioner who works at Jefferson County Public Health Community Clinics to provide access to care for the community of Jefferson County since 1997. She specializes in reproductive health for all genders and ages, also providing comprehensive health care to adolescents in the school-based health centers in Jefferson County over the past 11 years. Susan holds a BSN and Master's in Nursing from the University of Washington and is board certified as a family nurse practitioner by American Nursing Certification Center.
Thank you, Debbie. It's my great honor to be able to serve this community, providing comprehensive family planning services to adults and teens. In a minute, I'm going to talk about where we have family planning services in this county and women's health services. But before I do that, I want to really highlight how incredibly fortunate we are that we live in the great state of Washington. As many of you probably know, Title X was enacted 49 years ago to give comprehensive voluntary family planning services to all individuals and families, and with specific priority for low-income folks. There's health clinics all over this nation that have been able to do what they do because of Title X funding. This funding is now threatened, and here's why. In February, a lot of you probably know this too, but in February of 2019, the Trump administration issued a final Title X rule prohibiting abortion, a referral for abortions. This means that a Title X providers must limit the counseling and range of information given to our clients. This is in direct conflict with Washington state law. So Washington State immediately filed an injunction pointing out the new rules violate federal law, and this argument is the subject of active litigation in the Ninth Circuit and various federal courts right now. Even though the legal challenge has not been decided, the Trump administration has required enforcement. So last Thursday, the State of Washington Department of Health terminated the Title X grant funding after the administration gave them an ultimatum. There's a lot more details to this, of course, and I'm not going to go into that now. The good news is that our important family planning services will continue in Washington State because the Department of Health is committed to, quote, this was in their letter, ensuring that women receive the full range of reproductive health care they need and deserve, unquote. They will continue to fund our family planning programs using state funds. And Title X healthcare providers have been instructed by Washington DOH to continue the same comprehensive quality family planning services that we have been providing. That includes all options for pregnant women, all options counseling for pregnant women, and referrals to providers that can help them. Washington State has informed us that nothing should change in the way we have been providing services. So at least for now, that's the good news. The very last line in the termination letter to the Trump administration from Washington State, I just had to read this quote because it's a powerful letter, but this is the last line. Quote, "The state of Washington will never abandon its commitment to every woman's fundamental right to reproductive freedom." End quote. So we are very, very fortunate to have this amount of support from Washington State DOH. So in this county, we have the following services for family planning and women's health. Jefferson County Public Health, which is, as you may know, right next to QFC in Port Townsend. For 25 years, Jefferson County Public Health has been providing Title X family planning services and women's preventive health exams. There's no Planned Parenthood in this county, but Jefferson County Public Health provides the services that Planned Parenthood gives, with the exception of abortions. In addition to that, Jefferson Healthcare has now a women's health clinic for the past 2+ years, where they serve women in family planning, women's health, specialty care. In addition, over the last 2 years, they also have been providing medical and surgical abortions. And so we are able to refer clients in county now instead of having to go out of county. So that's a really important big change. And then the third thing with Jefferson Healthcare is that, of course, they have primary care providers that also provide women's health and family planning services, but sometimes it's a little more challenging to get those appointments in a timely way. In South County, Jefferson Healthcare has a nurse practitioner, Elizabeth Ollinger, who does primary care and family planning, women's health, 4 days a week in Quilcene. In addition to this, Jefferson County Public Health has a family planning clinic 2 to 3 days a month, also in Quilcene at South County. And then finally, we have school-based health centers in our county, which is pretty amazing. Port Angeles now has a school-based health center as well that started this last year and a half ago, but before then we were the only two on the whole peninsula. So school-based health centers are health clinics that are located on school campuses, but they are like any other health clinic, is completely confidential, and they provide comprehensive health care, which includes medical care and family planning services, mental health, and also dental, which in this county we do with Smile Mobile. We currently have 2 school-based health centers in this county. There's one at Shimaka Middle School and High School, and we have had that in operation for 11 years. This school year will be starting the 12th year. Also, Port Townsend High School, we also have a school-based health center in Port Townsend High School, also for 11 years, starting the 12th year next week. Quilcene School District is very interested in also having a school-based health center as well, and right now it's in discussion and in potential planning stages. So that's kind of the synopsis of what we have in this county.
She said Jefferson County Public Health has a website that you can go to and see all those things. If you want to donate to Jefferson County Public Health, you can make a donation to the public health. It is a tax-deductible donation, and it's $34 for birth control for kids. I think they said in that meeting that it was like for the whole year, if you it only costs $34 to provide birth control for students at the high school. I think that's $34 well spent. So on that website, there's also an address of where you can send a donation if you care to make one.